Hi Chad, let's guess the country by its flag. Are you ready to learn the flags of countries around the world? This is going to be fun, let's practice your skills. Don't forget to click the red button to subscribe and take our other quizzes. If so, let's start. Which country's flag is this? South Korea. Which country's flag is this? Japan. Which country's flag is this? Germany. Which country's flag is this? Spain. Which country's flag is this? Argentina. Which country's flag is this? America. Which country's flag is this? China. Which country's flag is this? United Kingdom. Which country's flag is this? Belgium. Which country's flag is this? France. Which country's flag is this? Canada. Which country's flag is this? Russia. Which country's flag is this? Greece. Which country's flag is this? Netherlands. Which country's flag is this? Sweden. Which country's flag is this? Ukraine. Which country's flag is this? Colombia. We are going to the medium level. This will be more challenging. Which country's flag is this? Ireland. Which country's flag is this? Malaysia. Which country's flag is this? Italy. Which country's flag is this? Egypt. Which country's flag is this? Portugal. Which country's flag is this? Swiss. Which country's flag is this? Ecuador. Which country's flag is this? Indonesia. Which country's flag is this? India. Which country's flag is this? Saudi Arabia. Which country's flag is this? Denmark. Which country's flag is this? Qatar. Which country's flag is this? Mexico. Which country's flag is this? Norway. Which country's flag is this? Uruguay. Which country's flag is this? Thailand. Which country's flag is this? Nigeria. Which country's flag is this? South Africa. Are you ready? This will be even more hard. Which country's flag is this? Uzbekistan. Which country's flag is this? Croatia. Which country's flag is this? Morocco. Which country's flag is this? Pakistan. Which country's flag is this? Nepal. Which country's flag is this? Togo. Which country's flag is this? El Salvador. Which country's flag is this? Libya. Which country's flag is this? Congo. Which country's flag is this? Jamaica. Which country's flag is this? Vietnam. Which country's flag is this? Laos. Which country's flag is this? Bhutan. Which country's flag is this? Austria. Which country's flag is this? Cambodia. Which country's flag is this? Peru. Which country's flag is this? Oman. Which country's flag is this? Albania. Which country's flag is this? Kenya. Which country's flag is this? Bangladesh. Which country's flag is this? Cameroon. Which country's flag is this? Tunisia. Which country's flag is this? Venezuela. Which country's flag is this? Brunei. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the red button to subscribe. Look forward to our exciting quizzes. Thank you all.